Greetings Misito and the viewer who are currently watching this video. I am Nydia Aileen Feloni Karsten, and in this video, I'm going to do a presentation of two English materials for the final exam. The first material is about software and operating systems, and then we'll continue to the second material, hardware. Now, let's jump to the first material. So, what is software is? Software is a part of a computer which do not have a material form such as programs, data, protocols, etc. When software is stored in the hardware that cannot easily be modified, such as BIOS ROM in an IBM PC compatible, it is sometimes called firmware to indicate that it falls into an uncertain area somewhere between hardware and software. So, software divided into two separated types. The first one is operating system software, and the second one is application software. So now we're going to explain operating system. What is operating system? So, operating system or OS is the most essential software that acts as a bridge between computer hardware and the user. It loads automatically when you start your computer. The operating system allows you to use the advanced features of a modern computer without having to learn all the details of how the hardware works, as it links the hardware with the users to make it a lot more easier. These are types of the operating systems. There are Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. Alright, now we're going to the second one, application software. So, what is application software? Application software is the type of program that you use once the operating system has been loaded. For example, like word processing programs, spreadsheets, and database. So here are the examples of the application softwares. There is Microsoft Office, payroll, presentation tools, Microsoft PowerPoint, desktop publishing, Adobe Photoshop, multimedia application, Microsoft Encarta CD-ROM based, and encyclopedias. Alright, now this one is the example of the application software based on Office. The first one is based on information worker software. There are enterprise resource planning and accounting software. Based on data management, there are contact management, spreadsheet, personal database. And for the documentation, there are document automation or assembly, word processing, and desktop publishing software. Alright, now we're going to the second material, hardware. Without further ado, let's just go to the next slide. Now that we already know what software is, we're going to find out what is hardware. So, hardware is the physical, tangible components of a computer or electronic devices. Hardware is a part of the components that you can physically see and touch. Without hardware, it is impossible for a device to run properly. So this is the example of the hardware based on internal components like processing and storage. These are the brains and the organs located inside the computer case or device. So for the processing one, CPU or central processing unit is the primary brain of this computer that calculates data and executes commands. And then motherboard. Motherboard is the main circuit board that connects all the internal parts together. Now for the storage, there are RAM or random access memory. It is temporary memory that stores data the computer is currently using so it can be accessed quickly. And then there's hard drive. It is permanent storage where your files, photos, and operating system are safely saved. Now this is the example based on input and output device. So let's go to the input device first. Where is input device? Input device is a hardware that used to enter data, comments, or information into a computer system. This allows users to interact with computers by sending data or instructions from outside into the system. While the output device used to display information of the result of data processing that has been carried out by the computer, it allows users to receive the result of comments or data entered into a computer system. So here are the example of input device. There are keyboard, mouse, and scanner. While the output device, there are printer, speaker, and monitor. Okay, the last one is peripherals. These are external hardware pieces that you plug into your computer to expand its capabilities. For the example like external hard drives, USB flash drives, and docking stations. Alright, so that's all for my presentation today. Thank you for watching.